Edward, Ilya, we, we've been talking a lot about the story and just how all of this came about with Daisy, and it's just been amazing to see the journey and how everything came together to bring us together around this project.
Yeah.
And along with Dr. Anna and EndoTech and so many leaders from around the world. But Edward, this whole thing really began because you come from a trading background. You're a businessman, tremendous success in technology companies, traditional business, and you found EndoTech. So it's kind of where it all started. So why don't you share a little bit of that story and why, what was it about EndoTech? Because when you saw EndoTech, you literally said, we could reach the world with this. You said we can create billions of dollars through this technology, and you saw the vision for this before anyone else did. So maybe talk about that.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. I've been actually for a few years looking for something like EndoTech, right? And went through multiple different companies looking at specifically to bring this kind of service for my network. And I remember first time when I got on a call with Adam Rubin, Vice President of Sales, EndoTech, and we were looking at the history of trading. I knew it right away. It's a real trading, right? We were not looking at Binance account or anything. We were just looking at their website, EndoTech website. And I saw this and I go like, Adam, if you can do even 50% as good as what you have here, we can bring billions into your platform. I knew it right away, right? But we had to change some things because EndoTech has been focusing on institutional accounts. They didn't work with people like us, right? They didn't work with retailers accounts. So that's where everything started. I connect my account, traded for 6 months before I flew there. During this six months time, I've been on a call with Dmitry Gushin, with Dr. Anna. And the longer I went into it, the more I was impressed with them. I knew we got something really big. And I remember how Dmitry would call me so many times and he would tell me that they have some investors looking into it. And I go like, oh shit, we better move. Right? So then in order to make a decision, I had to, because I already tried other companies, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to see them for real. I wanted to go there, meet them face to face.
Because you actually flew out there. You flew to Israel face to face.
Yeah, and when I went there, and I remember sitting in a room with Dr. Anna, Dmitry, and Adam, and I had this like a wow moment. I mean, I saw this is the company I want to work for a very long, and this is the company we can make it something big and special. And talking about days and everything, and I remember coming back, and I reached out to iLya, reached out to you, talking about this EndoTech. I remember how both of you guys got excited. And we did so many calls with EndoTech, 3 of us, but we were doing separately. I was thinking to start, we actually start something with iLya in a process, already preparing for some of the markets. And then you start having these different amazing ideas, right? And then I remember when you came to see me, and the very first thing, I remember you took your laptop and papers and you showed me, and you said smart contract. I knew smart contract, but didn't even cross my mind about smart contract and EndoTech to put together. When you did that, instantly I knew it. And I told you, well, I'm about to start something with iLya, and you know who's iLya, right? We got to talk to him because this is going to be amazing to partner up together. And I remember I called iLya. iLya can tell you like
back
what's
in September, right? So I remember this call. I remember our first call, Jeremy, when we spoke three of us, and you actually shared your idea about smart contracts. I understood right away. I just see the vision right away because we knew what was smart contracts, right? But we never joined those kind of companies or deals, right? If you will, and we knew it's kind of a trendy thing, the smart contracts, but we didn't have this idea. So when you think outside of the box, right? Which we know that you do, and we also do, right? So we want to do something that has never been done. It's very challenging, but we really love it. All 3 of us, we really love to do something that nobody has done.
I think that's what you just said, Ilya. It really captures the essence of Daisy. And I think the energy of all of the leaders out there that have been attracted to this project, we're by nature, we're pioneers that are driven to do what has never been done. And I think the market has been looking for a story that has never been told. Something real, right? Something real. So I remember that phone call, man.
And then I remember I called back like to Edward and I said, listen, this is what we need. Really, seriously. Because we were thinking about different business model at that time without smart contract, like more traditional maybe without subscription, but something like on licensing or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It would be nice, but we would go much slower, right, if we did it. So,
Yeah.
but with smart contract, we see the magic around Daisy.
You know what's interesting? It started all that nothing with a smart contract. That the real core, the real behind this is EndoTech. It's all started from the right foundation.
Technology.
The reason we didn't look like, oh, let's start a smart contract.
Right.
What can we do with smart contract? That was not even in our minds.
Yeah.
We
So
were
it's just a
thinking
tool.
like a model,
Yeah.
how we can take this real amazing AI that Dr. Anna Becker developed, right? How we can take it to the world.
Yes.
Well, and then
benefit
everything,
everyone, you know,
everything
that's
really
like-
went to the next level when Dr. Anna shared with us her vision for Daisy, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because then this whole equity, this whole crowdfunding idea came together that said, okay, not only do we have this amazing AI product, this trading platform, but we have a chance to offer equity participation to the masses. This is a game changer, right? It's a game changer that, you know, I think, you know, we all know in our hearts that EndoTech is a unicorn company, that this is a technology empire in the AI space for fintech, and the everyday person can be a part of that. They can they can have equity in that. They can be a part of crowdfunding that into a reality, and then experience the rewards as a crowdfunder, as a crowdfunding member. And that really, I think, you put all of that together. You take the smart contract, the vehicle of transparency. You take the idea that the everyday person can actually be a part of equity crowdfunding, something as spectacular as EndoTech. And then you take the actual AI platform that EndoTech has now and where they're going with Daisy. And I can just tell you, this is something that's never been done, right? It's a non-duplicatable model. Nobody can duplicate those ingredients.
Exactly.
And it's great because, you know, we've been paused now. You know, we've had to go back to the drawing board and rebuild the platform. And we're so excited. We're so close to launching the relaunch, but it's so worth it because of everything we just said. We're not talking about a temporary, short-term, you know, we're talking about an opportunity to be a part of something that is truly a legacy fintech company.
Yes.
And so for that, we know that it's worth it. The journey's worth it, right?
Yeah. Well, once we start into it and thinking about what kind of compensation plan and all the packages and everything, it just drew to an amazing model that from our experience, all three of us experience, and a lot of other leaders. I mean, we got amazing leaders on team. Amazing. It's a lot of credit to a lot of leaders, top leaders in this industry. And having all this experience, putting together from previous experience in this market, right? We come up with something amazing, and we've
proven it, right? This is the thing, and this is if you're watching this for the first time today, let's grab a hold of what this really is, because we did a test launch. That's really all I can call it. That was a test launch, right?
Yeah.
For 4 days, the platform was open, and guys, in those 4 days, we did as a team, as a community, what has never been done before. There's never been a peer-to-peer opportunity. There's never been a crowdfunding opportunity. There's never been a technology opportunity where in 4 days, $48 million came in 4 days. 53,000 people from around the world partnered with Daisy in just 4 days. So now we're coming into this reopening, if you will. And what we did in those first 4 days is nothing compared to what you're going to see the day that we open those doors. I believe that we, without any shadow of a doubt, Daisy will be the fastest project to $1 billion just in phase 1. And we're right now preparing for phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, because this is going to be, we're going to make history together with this Daisy project.
Yeah.
So if you're watching for the first time, we're going to share the presentation with you today, but understand we have already broken every single record in the history of multiple industries in a 4-day trial run. When we open up these floodgates, the platform is working perfectly. The technology is working perfectly. Everything is in order. Guys, you can take the limits off of what is possible. I believe this is absolutely the biggest opportunity. We all agree that the industry has ever seen, multiple industries have ever seen.
Yeah, you know, those 53,000 people that join, a lot of them, probably 90% of them, just sitting and waiting for us to start to do something because they haven't experienced anything. There's only some key leaders experience. So when we're going to be opening, very soon, this is going to be life-changing
Yeah.
for all of them, everyone who's here. So right now we have Dr. Anna with us here. And I mean, you're going to present it. We can't wait to see this presentation, full presentation with Dr. Anna Becker in it. So guys, again, thank you and welcome. And I think you should,
Yes, I think Jeremy,
you should get straight into presentation and
All right.
show what we created.
Let's go right into the meat.
Yes.
because
All
we got so many people who never listened to this, right? So we got hundreds of thousands of people who don't know Daisy's story.
Yeah, yeah,
And they really need to hear.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, let's
Awesome.
do it.
So,
Awesome.
All right, thank you
Jeremy,
guys.
it's all yours. Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right.